Hi parents, my name is Deborah. I'm a birth doula and a childbirth educator. I'm here with my husband Obi and this is our birth vlog. We had a 40 weeks appointment yesterday and we wanted a sweep because she had offered us a sweep at 38 weeks, but we're not ready for that yet. And so we were like, yeah, we'd like to do the sweep. But then we live in a small town and she said that the operation rooms were going to be full until this morning, so she didn't want to do the sweep, but that she could check and see how things are. Like if things have not progressed, she would do the sweep, but if I'm a bit more advanced, then she would advise to wait until today. So she checked me and said that I was at 3 cm dilated, so she didn't want to do the sweep. And backstory, for like the past over a week, every night I've been having like prodromal labor where I'm getting these contractions. They are pretty uncomfortable, but then it doesn't progress into anything. So that's probably how I got to 3 cm. So today she came by to the house to do the sweep, said that I'm now at 5 cm dilated and that I'm almost completely effaced. That's like my cervix is almost completely thinned out. And so she did the sweep. It wasn't too bad. It felt really just like period cramps, but then she said to go for a walk, get a massage, rest, and she said it's likely that by this evening or by tonight I would be calling her because things might pick up. So we're just on our walk now, just trying to see if we can help things move along. After the massage, I was sleeping for a while and it was fine. I wasn't really getting any contractions. Then I started to get them. I think I got like 3. Then I was like, yeah, I don't want to lie down. I needed to pee and then it just didn't feel nice. And then when I stood up to pee, my belly had like a very weird shape. I don't know what position it is. But then as I've been sitting down here, I've been getting a few where they feel just slightly stronger than what I've been feeling like most nights. Another one is coming. So they feel stronger than what I've been feeling most nights, and at their peak, like now it's getting closer to the peak. At their peak, I usually like to close my eyes to help me to make sure I'm not like clenching my body anyway. And then I'm telling myself like this is just my body and my baby working together, I'm safe. That's why I say, this is just your body and your baby working together, you're safe. And I just keep repeating that, close my eyes, make sure I'm not clenching my shoulders, I'm not clenching my teeth, and then just slowly goes away. I feel like I'm still in early labor because I was able to manage to talk through this one because the peak has gone away now. So it makes me think I'm still in early labor, but maybe getting closer to full-on labor, and they've been pretty consistent. If I could sleep, I would have slept, but I'm not able to sleep through the contractions, but also I don't even feel sleepy anymore. Like I feel rested, so I'm just like trying to sit. But yeah, we're thinking of going to my mom's house, which is like 18 minutes away, play some games, some card games, and just distract ourselves some more. After that, we went to my mom's house. So we drove there. My mom lives about, I think, 20 minutes away from us. And it was a bit more intense at that point. So when I was on the birth ball, it was very, very easy for me to relax, especially my lower half. But then when we went into the car, it was more difficult for me to relax my lower half. And then for some reason, when I went to the toilet, it was like the worst place for me to be. It was so painful. But we decided to go to my mom's house just to help distract us. It's best to ignore labor for as long as you can. So that was what that was about. Sorry, so it's currently 9:21 now and we're back home. The contractions have picked up and they're more intense and closer together. So we called our midwife and she's here now. We're basically just setting up the place. I've been finding that sitting on the ball is still like the most comfortable position for me. The worst for some reason is being on the toilet seat. It just hurts so bad. And I guess we should show them the setup. We have the pool here that we're just filling up with the tap over there, and we've just kept the lights dimmed because it's just more relaxing, right? And yeah, that's pretty much it.
Good thing that you guys are 1 hour ahead of us. If you guys were here, we'd be saying 3 hours.
Oh yeah. What was very very interesting about our labor was we have these friends that they live in another city, but we used to live in the same city, and we didn't plan this, but they got pregnant around the same time that we got pregnant, and they had their baby 2 weeks before we had our baby, and we were actually there with them when their baby was born. So they also wanted to be a part of our story, and so we were chatting with them like during early labor, just to distract us. That's true.
You guys, you're on camera for the vlog. Also, I was thinking, why did it come on the 17th? You can just tell the midwives to,
That's right.
Yeah.
Right. So we don't show it on camera because I think we got ahead of ourselves a bit where because I'm a doula, and my husband here, like, he's very very involved in my business, like he helps me out a lot, and so he knows a lot about birth, right? And he also like felt pretty confident about things, so I was like, okay, since I'm a doula and since my husband knows a lot about stuff and I would have two midwives, then I think maybe I would skip hiring a doula and then he would just like be my doula. There's a lot of things you don't see because like he was having to like actively support me, and so he couldn't be like monitoring the camera. So between the last clip that you saw and me getting in the pool, like I had been walking around a bit, I went on the stairs a few times. Was there anything else that happened?
No, you were just laboring inside the pool, like almost the entire time. Like it was us. Like, so I would change the water out. We'd grab a bucket, like throw out the water. We had a pump set up from the sink. So if you look down there, there's like a white pipe.
Holes, yeah.
Yeah, and so that goes to our sink actually. And so the warm water was filling up in the sink, and the pump would send it into the tub. But we didn't have a pump to send it back into the other sink, right? Or into a toilet or somewhere else. So we would manually like grab a bucket and just throw it inside the toilet. So what I was doing here, like the midwife was actually the one who told me to do this. At first I was just standing there holding her hand, but she let me know just rubbing your back, taking the water and pouring it on you, it helps soothe mom. So that's what I did like pretty much the entire time. She was inside the tub for about 8-9 hours, 10 hours, yeah. And that's almost what I did the entire time.
My mom, you might not hear it, but like when I would be in the middle of a contraction, she's like, sorry. And she was like very aggressively saying sorry.
Sorry. And it's like sort of like trying to like drown her own voice. Yeah. So I should go, sorry.
And so at some point she was even singing, like, because we're Christians, so she was singing gospel songs, she was praying out loud, and I don't know, like, oh, labor is such a crazy thing. It started to get annoying to me, and I tried my best to like to like ride it out. I was like, okay, this is something you want, someone singing and praying for you, right? But eventually it was too annoying, and I said to, was it you I said to her, I was like, can you tell her to stop?
Yeah,
because it was just like, it was like grinding. You know how when you're like scraping your fingers on a chalkboard, that's really how it felt. It was like grinding my spine, just like all that distraction going on around me.
Okay,
so that was funny. Drop your shoulders. Relax right into that. Yeah. You're gonna welcome that pressure that you're feeling. That's normal. There you go. You got it. You're doing amazing. So good.
She said she was like feeling like a sharp pain under her belly. Like that's kind of part of this, right?
During the contraction. During, that usually means there's still a little bit to go before you can push.
The way my contractions felt, I wasn't feeling like, I wouldn't say I was feeling like, you'd imagine a contraction to feel like squeezing. It didn't feel like squeezing to me. I just felt it like right at the bottom of my belly, and it just felt like a sharp pain. And not to, like, it really just felt like someone was like sawing the bottom of my belly. That's really all I was feeling the whole time. And so she's explaining that means like there's still, my cervix is not fully open, and that was why I was feeling that pain. So that's what that was about. But like another thing that was helpful for me, like, they would say, the midwives were like saying stuff to me, reminding me to breathe, saying you're doing so well. Because even as a doula myself, like, I know you're supposed to breathe, I know you're supposed to relax and all of these things, but when you're in labor, like, you're in a completely different headspace that you actually might forget. So knowing that these things are things I should do, when I would hear them say to me, I'm like, okay, yes, it was like a reminder that yes, that's what you're supposed to be doing. So I would welcome it, I would do what they were saying to me, but like I would sometimes forget to breathe, or I wouldn't realize that I was clenching my shoulders or clenching myself.
Yeah, what's amazing as well is that the midwife as well, she was the doula in her previous life before she was the midwife. So she knew a lot of these things, and she was really encouraging. Like, she just knew how to be there for Deborah, and you could tell.
My touch.
Oh, I should say, like, so on a lot of my videos that I post of other women having a home birth, I always used to get people saying to me, like, is it safe and all of that. Like, I felt so safe. As you can see here, like, from time to time, they are checking baby's heart rate, keeping a very close eye on things to make sure that the baby is doing well. If you see just right behind there, close to the ring light, there are oxygen tanks there. So we had oxygen tanks ready in case I needed oxygen or baby needs oxygen. Like, the midwives came with they came with all their tools. So I really, really felt safe. They were very on top of things. They were taking their notes. Like, everything was very, like, top, how do you say it, up to standard, I guess is the only way to say. Like, I wasn't worried about like if I was okay or if baby was okay, because they were really on top of everything.
Yeah, absolutely. If I could just add as well, what's nice is that the midwife, they showed us all the things, and so you'll find after baby was born, they needed to put like a mask on the baby, and they showed us what that looked like beforehand. So we weren't even scared, because they talked us through everything. Like, it's normal for them to put the mask, and they're squeezing the thing, and it looks scary, but it's completely normal. Like, and with the whole birth process, everything, all this, you're going to do it at the hospital, but the difference is you're not in the comfort of your home. You don't really get to be in a bathtub like this. You're not really like chilling at home. So like, that's really where the benefit is with your home birth.
So I left this in the vlog to say that, it was so intense. Labor is so intense. I'm not even going to lie to you guys. It's very intense. But then it's not the whole time. Like, as you can see, there are periods of time where I'm just like sitting down. People are just talking. Like, no contraction is going on at that time, especially in the earlier stages of labor. It's not like it's just coming like back to back to back. You do get a bit of break where you can just like be there and gain some strength back.
Yeah, and we cut out, like I mentioned, it's like about 8 hours of yelling. Like we cut out so much of that out to put out or mix up all the other things that it's in it. At this point, I was so tired. Like, man, without the energy drink, it would have been really hard to keep pushing on. I mean, I was in the zone, I was focused, but I could tell like my body was ready to give out at some point. So
Yeah, which is why like it's so good to try and rest in the beginning. Like imagine if we didn't take that nap initially and you just go right into it. Like it was a lot, and you did a really good job because I couldn't tell that you were tired. And he never once complained, which dads, yeah, don't complain. I wasn't worried about you at all. I was just like, you're fine, you know.
Yeah, that's crazy. No, no.
small load, take small at a time.
Oh, good. Yes, lovely.
I would say if you're trying to do a water birth, when you're pumping water into the pool, I think it's best to have another pump that pumps water out. So you don't have to worry about it, but we were trying to be cheap. And so we had to manually like take the water out. If not, it would overflow.
Guys, and the pump is like what, $25?
Yeah, it wasn't even that much
Yeah,
now. I don't know why
affordable.
You're okay.
The head rubs that he was giving to me was so helpful too, because normally I love head rubs, and it kind of just like took my mind away from the contraction and just helped relax me again. In between me being in the pool and pushing stage, quite a bit of stuff happens, but again, I was in transition, so nobody was worried about like making sure we were catching anything on camera. But what had happened was an hour before I left the tub, they had checked me and said that I wasn't progressing quite as much, and so they were suggesting to break my water to help move things along completely. But it was in our birth plan that we wanted the water to break by itself, so we were very, very like hesitant to it, because sometimes if you break your water too early, you can put you on a time clock where they would then have to transfer you to the hospital. So we really, really were trying to make sure that we did not jump to that decision too early. So they told us, and then we're like, okay, let's give it 1 more hour. I think that was the time I came out of the tub. So I was like, I'm going to come out of the tub, walk around, go through the stairs a few times, and then if nothing has happened, then we would break the water. I think when I left the tub, I was 7 cm, and then an hour later, when they checked me, I was 8 cm. But even that, they felt like more should have happened within that time. They then broke my water, which was its own thing. And then I went into the shower to help me with the pain. And then by the time I came out of the shower, it was because I was feeling ready to push. And I think between the time they broke my water and when I was feeling the urge to push was like 1 hour. And I came downstairs because I felt like I needed to push. And what had happened was I was standing because the urge to push was a lot. I didn't want to get back in the tub. Even though my plan was to have the baby in the tub, like that was the last thing I wanted to do. So I was just like bending over, standing up at one corner of the living room, and I was saying to them, I was like, I need to poop. And they were like, no, you don't need to poop, it's just your baby's head. I'm like, I literally need to poop. Like they wore me like these maternity pads. I'm like, I'm literally, oh God, this is so embarrassing. I'm literally pooping right now. And everybody was like, no, Deborah, it's just the babies. I'm like, I'm literally pooping right now.
Nice and deep. Yeah.
No, try and relax your bottom.
All of your energy.
Yes.
Good job.
Yeah. You're okay.
I know.
You're gonna welcome that pressure.
Yeah.
It's going to increase. You're okay. Breathe in. Blow it away.
And let everything stretch.
Relax your bottom.
Exactly.
Relax your bottom. There you go. You're okay.
Now that you're pushing, we just want to make sure that baby's doing good after each contraction, okay? So it's sort of gonna feel like I'm in your space a lot, but just making sure baby's doing good. So you're gonna.
At this point, it had been, I think, about 16 hours of labor. I was extremely tired, and so when they told me to push, because I had told them in my birth plan that I wanted to push like in whatever way felt best to me at the time. And I was very tired, and I knew that I didn't want to be on my back, so I was like, okay, I know the sideline position is also usually a good position to stay in, and I could rest in that position. So I just like plopped myself to my side.
Your baby. Can I say something about your baby to you, Deborah?
Yeah.
If you look at me, your baby's hair is like at least this long, because the baby's head like peaks a bit, and then when it goes back in, the hair is sticking out. It's
Ponytail time.
It's literally the cutest thing ever.
You have long hair.
Yes.
Braids right away, I love it.
It's so funny watching this video back, because like people are chatting, you guys are laughing, having fun, and I'm just like this. Like I was in another world. They had to do a shift change because of the way their schedules just worked. So they had to do a shift change in the morning. I don't think you were here for this. And I was just standing in the living room. And so I was standing, and the door to the living room is right there. And then the new midwife came in through that door, and I think I was wearing just a bra. You would think, like, when you're in your normal senses, somebody opens your door, you would hide. I just stood and I looked at her like this. I just looked at her like, no expression on my face. And she's like, hi, mama. Wow, that's such a beautiful baby bump you have. And I'm just looking at her like this.
You want to feel the top of your baby's head a little bit? Go ahead. Right there. Do you feel it? Yeah. That's your baby. Right now what's happening is when you push, your baby's head comes around the pubic bone and it's peaking. And then when you finish pushing, it comes back. And it'll rock back and forth. You have a lot of muscle in your bottom. We all do. So all of that is stretching. Once the baby's head comes around the pubic bone fully, it will stay there and it will no longer go behind, and that's when you feel the ring of fire, okay? Okay? And you're gonna do it. We got you. And you're almost done.
Hey parents, so as you can see, this has been a very intense and raw birth vlog. But throughout the whole experience, I did not feel afraid. I felt safe the entire time. I look back at it in a positive way. I feel empowered by my experience. If you'd like to know everything that I did to prepare for my birth and everything that I do to support other parents in their birth, then you should check out my childbirth course. So it includes information, everything you need to know so that you can have a positive birth experience. But there's also a community section so that you can be connected with other parents, other mamas like yourself who are in a similar life stage, and we can all share our tips and tricks and just support each other through this amazing experience. I hope to see you there. I know you'll find a lot of value from it.
So right now everything is stretching. Okay? You got it, mama. Your baby is like solid, doing so good. I got you. Go, go, go. And again, yeah, don't be scared. You got it. Yes. You're so powerful. There you go. There it is. Yeah, and again, you're okay. You're okay. It's intense. You're okay. You got this. Yeah? That's your baby. Yes. Beautiful. Okay. Yeah. Nope, try not to run away from it. Yeah, don't push away. Beautiful. You're amazing. So good. Yeah? Okay, relax your bottom. You're okay. Good. You are a champ.
Nice.
There you go.
Amazing.
So powerful.
So what I was trying to do when I was pushing at this stage of the pushing was I was trying to not hold my breath. Like I was trying to push my breath down. So you'd hear me, I would take a breath in, and then I'm like pushing that breath down, like, and I'm like trying to push, like channel it down towards my bum. And then sometimes I would scream, and then one of the midwives would remind me, like, remember, you shouldn't scream. Like, when you're screaming, you're not really channeling your energy into the right part of your body. So I would then try to remember, okay, push down.
You're gonna birth your baby like this. Here.
Oh, yeah, that's good.
Yeah, it's okay. Welcome it. Welcome it.
Jump in here.
Okay.
It
we
hurts
can
your
straighten
hip.
out your-
Yeah, exactly.
What happened there was I started to get a cramp, I think from having to hold my leg up. And so they wanted to help me with the cramp, but then they dropped my leg, and then it just like
Made it worse,
not even the cramp, like whatever the baby's head was doing there now started to get more painful when you dropped my leg.
Do you need to straighten out your leg?
Yeah.
Okay, you can straighten it out, like just straight out.
Yeah, just
So that she can-
right out to your mama.
Yeah. I think your baby's getting super well oxygenated right now. Not stressed in the slightest about what's happening. It's amazing. So they don't know what they're having, Trish. It's a
Woohoo!
surprise. Yeah.
I love that.
So
That's
we're all
the best.
Are we gonna put our guesses out there?
Okay, try.
I said I thought it was a boy in clinic. I don't know why, but I said I felt like maybe it was a boy.
I'm gonna say with all that long hair, it's gotta be a girl.
You think?
Oh, yeah.
Oh
She wants
man, that
brains
would
like
be
mama.
like wildly adorable. I don't know.
She had a dream that it's a girl. I had a dream it's a boy.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you still
Oh, there you go. Nice. Yes. Okay, you want to feel the head? Go.
That's your baby's
Yeah,
head.
yeah. There you go. There you go. Yep,
Oh,
you're doing it.
Oh. It's a lot of hair.
That's a lot of hair. Yeah. Go. Yeah. Good.
So you might be the tiebreaker. He thinks it's a boy and she thinks it's a girl. What did you dream?
Initially, I was thinking it's going to be a girl,
Yeah.
but recently I've been dreaming of carrying a baby boy. I don't
Okay.
know, I'm confused.
Mama's getting a boy then.
So I think we can push maybe like 1 or 2 more contractions like this, and then I think I'm gonna switch you up again, okay? Yeah, you will still be able to rest. I'm gonna prop pillows on this blow up bed,
Okay.
and you're gonna be like propped on, like you're gonna be resting on the pillows and on your knees, okay? All that curly hair, I love it. Look at all this curly hair.
Yeah, it's standing out like it
It's-
wants to be. Like, I want a ponytail before I'm
It's
born.
the best. It's the, okay. Okay, yes.
Please put pressure for
Yeah, I'm
me.
coming.
So yeah, my concern when they were trying to change me to a different position, I was like, I'm very tired. I need to be able to rest, and so that was why they suggested this position. And this was actually a really good position for me because I was still able to, like, between contractions, just like plop myself over and rest.
That is
Right here.
yeah. Good.
They're right up to your left.
Okay, perfect. Once that gets out, I'm gonna take this cord. Okay. And then we can do the shoulders together.
So part of my birth plan was to have a warm compress to be put on my perineum when I was pushing, and so they were really on top of that, like doing that for me. But sometimes the cloth would get cold, and so they would have to switch it out. And that short period of time was like, I could tell like there was a huge difference in what I was experiencing when they would take the cloth out and when they would put it back. Like, it really, really helped. The warmth was kind of soothing, but then also that pressure, the counter pressure that they were putting made me not feel like I was, like you said, like I'm going to explode.
Every 15-30 minutes or so, like, they would check baby's heartbeat. He was doing good the whole time. So even though you as the mom might be experiencing a lot, like, baby, like, this is so normal for the baby. Like, even though he's inside, like, he's already past the womb and like waiting to come out, like, he's still like, he's still okay, he's still doing okay.
Yeah, and that really was very reassuring to me when they would check him and they would say, baby, your baby is doing well. So I wasn't afraid. Like, the whole time things were intense. I was tired, I was frustrated, but I was never afraid through the whole process because, like, I knew everything was going on track, and I knew that if anything was wrong, the midwives would tell me that something was wrong. So I really, really felt safe and like protected in the space.
You want to feel the top of your baby's head right now? Why don't you feel? Go. Oh, this is your baby. Oh, okay. Yeah. It's stretching nice. Okay. It's stretching very nice. You're doing amazing. There's nothing you need to do differently. It's perfect.
I sound like a wolf or a dog howling. But let me explain what was going on here. So initially, when I was pushing, laying down on my side, you could hear I wasn't screaming much because what I was feeling was pressure. It was intense pressure, but I felt in control. It felt manageable. Here, when I'm screaming, is that ring of fire. That ring of fire, when they say it's the ring of fire, it's truly fire. It really felt like it was burning.
That's gone.
Yeah, but it still hurts.
I know, it's insane. So take a breath in through your nose and relax your bottom. You can do it. Relax your bottom as much as you can. I know I'm asking the impossible out of you, but you're literally doing it, okay? Good. Beautiful. Okay. This is your baby's head. You're doing good. Give me another push. Yeah. And again, you're okay. I got you.
This hurts too bad.
Yeah, you got it. You're almost there. You're almost there. Okay, you got this. Yeah, push right through it. Push, push, push. Yep, I got you. Go, go, go. Yep, yeah, you're okay. You can do it. And it's good. Yeah, yep, there it is. Eyes. Okay, there you go. There you go. Give me one more. Okay, relax your bottom. Give me one more little push for the chin. Yeah, give me one more little push, please. Yeah. Thank you. Heads out.
Heads up.
So that was a special moment there. You might have missed it. Deborah bit her mom's hand, like she was screaming and went out, and like jumped into her hand. And so her mom is like, she's like tapping me. She's like, she bit me. So I look. I'm like, no way, did she? So I'm looking at like, did she bite you? By the time I look back, baby's head is there. Baby's head is like pretty much born.
I want you to take a nice breath through your nose, like a big straw right down to
Okay,
your baby.
relax your bottom.
Yeah, and you're
I
gonna
know.
relax.
is it-
I'm okay.
Yeah, sorry.
Ow!
Thank you for telling me. Put this
Like
foot
you're gonna
flat.
run a space. Don't put more pressure, please.
It's not me, it's your baby.
It's your baby.
It's your baby taking some breaths, okay? I'm not touching you. Do you want to put this foot up on the ground? Yeah, like a lunge.
Yeah, I was really pissed at that point. Because like you're feeling, oh my gosh, all sorts of sensations. Like any slight movement feels like a lot.
Yeah.
So I'm like, who is going there to be moving things around?
And I could see like the baby would go, and she'd be like, yo, you guys stop. Yeah, but it was like, it's the baby and he would do it again. And this, what Deborah is about to do, putting her leg forward, is actually a G move from the midwife. Like, it was like big deal. Maybe you can talk about it.
Yeah, so after his head was born, so typically what happens is when the baby's head comes out, they are supposed to rotate for the shoulders and the rest of the body to come out. But I think it was delayed a bit, and so she wanted to help the baby to rotate so that the rest of the baby's body could come out. And so she told me to put one leg up into a lunge.
And you could tell like everything just was easier, like for baby coming out, like everything was just easy. Like I could just see it was just easy for baby.
Right.
So I was really smart move.
I don't even think I pushed. I think just putting my leg up like that was what brought him out.
I don't know if I can. Obi's gonna help you. Obi's gonna help you. Baby's gonna come. Oh, there's a hand.
Okay. Okay, there's a little hand, so I'm just gonna. Okay, Obi. Oh, okay. All right. Yes. Okay. So yeah, you got it. But we're gonna.
So that was when he was born. So when I put my leg up, I don't believe I pushed again. His hand came out, the rest of his body came out, and it was like the shock on my face. I think that was like the relief. The relief of just like the whole, like you're feeling all this and then it just like goes away.
You couldn't believe it.
instantly.
Like the look on your face is like, oh my gosh, like he's here.
Yeah.
Okay, no, I hear baby trying to come up here. Hi. I know. Yeah. Hi. Hi.
I have a bulb syringe if you need it.
Yeah, let's do a bulb switch. Yeah.
Ah!
Yes. Yeah, breath. There you go. Yes. Hello, sweetheart. Yeah. Hello.
I'm gonna do a funny
Hey, would you
massage
call
while you're
that
there.
first or second?
I call it a first still. Okay. Okay.
Girl, 4210. And that in pounds is 9 pounds.
Oh my
four
God.
and a half ounces.
So you were right.
9 pounds.
You were right.
We give big boys, right?
Yeah, he was big. Nobody saw that this boy was going to be 9 pounds. Like
In the
it's so
90th percentile of like all babies.
Yeah. So afterwards, it doesn't show here. They checked me to see like if I tore, and I tore a bit, but she said it was a first degree tear. She didn't need to give me stitches, and it's healed now. That's pretty much our birth vlog. We'll see you guys in our next video.